Why do so many successful men lose their woman's attraction and respect in their relationship, while the high-driven men become more desirable with time? It's because they stay attractive in a way most men, unfortunately, never really even think about. I'm Natalie. I help married business owners strengthen their love life to elevate their business success. And in this video, I'll show you why high-driven men stay attractive and how it earns them respect, deep connection, sexual attraction, unshakable trust, and lasting intimacy. The first solution is self-discipline is so attractive to a woman. It's kind of like you want her to be desirable. You want her to be seductive. You want her to put the effort to look good. Men crave that in a woman, that feminine energy. They crave it. But we also crave that masculine energy. Absolutely. I don't know if your woman is more in the masculine side or more in the feminine side, but no matter what woman, we crave that man to lead and that masculinity deep down inside. We may not know how from the get-go, because I say that from the experience. I'm more of a masculine woman than I am feminine, but I do put the effort to be more feminine because I understand that he loves that and he feeds off of that. So it's vice versa. We want you to work on your masculinity. We love it. We crave it. We cannot get enough of it. And if your woman, for whatever reason, doesn't crave you, what are you doing currently right now? Are you being disciplined with the things that you say you're going to do? Not just necessarily business. We crave you. We crave that energy so much that a man gives off. But you have to find that for yourself. You have to read about it. You have to learn about it. Learn from someone who is masculine in your life. Like, who do you look up to that is masculine? Maybe you don't want their entire life or their entire of who they are. Obviously, you want to stay true to yourself. But who is that masculine person that you admire, that you kind of want to learn from? Learn from that. I'm not a man. I really can't give you the blueprint on how to become masculine, but deep down inside, you know what that is. So the more masculine that you are, the more feminine she wants to be. It goes both ways. If your woman is not being feminine towards you, what are you doing that's causing her not to be feminine? Leadership is initiating that first. If you see the spark is gone, it's kind of like log in the fireplace. If you see the log off, there's no fire. If you see it first, it is your job to light up that fire again. Because if you're expecting for your spouse to light it up for you or light it up for you guys, you're going to wait forever. You're going to wait a long time. Leadership is initiation, is taking that first step. So if you see the log not burning, what is your job? Set it up on fire, bringing that spark again. Do things that bring out your masculinity. If that is going running in the park, lifting weights, eating more protein, eating protein shakes, I'm not really sure what that is for you, but naturally something, I think even just lifting weights, it could be an example. It exudes confidence within you, which is your masculinity energy is coming off. That's what we want to see more of, and we just cannot help ourselves to be more enticed, to be more desirable, to be more seductive for you. It may take some time to get there, but once you get there, and both energies mesh together, everlasting intimacy right there. And you want to be better and you want to improve in that area. The more that you see the results from it, you just want to keep going. Just like it's important to you that your woman takes care of her body, right? Dresses nice and it's feminine, gives off essential feminine demeanors. It is just as important that a woman also feels sexually attracted to their men. A man who takes care of his health, keeps promises to himself, and holds high standards is impossible to ignore. We love it. Discipline shows self-respect. That is a big deal. Respect, right? You crave respect. Are you respecting yourself? Are you doing all these things in the book? Doing everything that you can? Are you respecting yourself? Because the only way for others to respect you, you got to respect you. You got to set those boundaries. You got to communicate as a leader would communicate. Find out what that is for you to get more masculine. And she is just not going to help herself to, I'm just going to let you fill in that, blank. Your leadership matters tremendously in this marriage. What you do, others watch. Disciplined shows respect, and that's where it starts. Now, before I tell you the next steps, I have put together a free guide on the 5 steps to rebuild respect, connection, and support in your relationship. If you wanted, just comment below the video, give me the guide, and we'll send you over the link to download it. The second solution is emotional strength builds high levels of intimacy. Listen to me, like sexual attraction isn't just physical, it's emotional. Being bulletproof at work, but emotionally available at home creates a powerful paradox. She wants both, the strong protector and the man who lets her in. I've been in my relationship for 10 years and we still can't keep our hands off of each other. Now, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen after this video, but the more you continue to apply and implement it, of course it's going to happen. Give us some time. I don't know exactly what your relationship or marriage is like. Every marriage is different. It's hard for a strong-minded man to become vulnerable. But vulnerability isn't weakness. It's intimacy fuel. It's good to have a balance between when to be strong, when to be, that warrior that she craves, but also showing vulnerability makes her want to get closer to you and comfort you and love on you and support you and really see the real you in a way like, wow, I know he has a heart, but I can see his heart. And let me tell you, I know it's not easy to go there. I know it's not, because you're so used to being strong-minded, having challenges in front of you at work. You have to have that stability, that emotional stability. But with your spouse, it's a completely different thing. You can let your armor down. It reminds me in my relationship, right? He is very strong-minded, and I admire his emotional stability, to be honest with you. Like, he is built perfectly for business, and it's very attractive to me because women, we're emotional, right? So when you see a stable man and knowing how to balance vulnerability and being strong is super sexy. If you're feeling the weight, which you are, and you are good at hiding it. If you're constantly showing a little bit of emotion constantly, it does over time become less attractive to us. But having a balance, and at the end of the day, just being a human being, like knowing when to put your armor down. She wants to see that side of you. She craves it. I know when he becomes vulnerable, I just become extra closer to him, and our love just grows even stronger, and our intimacy goes over the roof. We even want to respect each other more. We want to get better in communication. We want to love and honor one another. When we have conversations sometimes that causes us to be vulnerable, when you're just honest with her, she will respect that, and she will be patient with you, and she will comfort you. And when you are honest within you, because you are a very honest person, so when you're just honest, even with your feelings, I know it's hard in my relationship. It's hard for him to even come up with the words on how to be emotionally involved in the conversation. I know you're asking me all these questions. I know you really want to get inside my heart. As a man, for me, I have to be emotionally stable in order to keep this business alive, if not scale it to the next level. And it is hard for me when I just know how to do that, to be strong, prepare for the challenges, prepare for the worst. It is hard for me to get to that vulnerable state of mind. But just know that I know you want me to go there. I know you want me to get to that place. And I just ask that you are just patient with me, because it's not easy. And when you understand that it's a fuel for me to keep going, to be continuing to be this protector, continuing to be this provider for our family. As long as you're respecting that, I will eventually go there. Because at the end of the day, for women, like, we also have to create that space of vulnerability. Now, I'm not saying like she has to be, of course she's going to be vulnerable all the time, well, maybe not all the time, but it'll be easier for her to be vulnerable. But when she creates that space that it's okay for you to be vulnerable, you guys reached a level of intimacy that it takes years for even majority of spouses to get there. But it takes patience, it takes honor, it takes respect. Right? You don't want to force things down, because at the end of the day, vulnerability cannot be forced. She will continue to see the real you and know that you have a heart, which you do. I know some people may look at it as you may not, but listen to me. Being in business is hard. It is the hardest thing a human being could ever do. One of the hardest things. And that's why, unfortunately, sometimes people don't really understand those people in business, because they have to be a certain way all the time. It's not easy. But little by little, the more conscious that you are about it with your spouse, naturally you'll get to a point where you can be vulnerable with her. And she'll be literally deeply connected to you, because she knows that it's coming from the heart. Even just mentioning in words that she understands. Because when you put yourself in her shoes, the conversation will naturally flow. What it is that you're trying to, put out will be understood. Third solution: confidence creates desire. Confidence is magnetic. It signals safety and direction. That's when she basically allows you to lead. When you're confident, when you're creating that safety, when you're creating that direction for her and for the family, she trusts you, and she just desires more of that confidence. Now, you're not going to be perfect about it all the time. So it's okay to be honest, but still be firm and confident with, what it is that you're sharing with your spouse. She'll naturally trust you. When you are decisive and steady, she relaxes. And man, do we want to relax? Do we really want to relax? It may not seem that we want to relax, but we genuinely, no matter how masculine a woman can seem or look or whatever, we want our men to lead. We want to trust our men to lead. And that relaxation makes space for attraction. Insecurity is repelling. Confidence says, you can lean on me. And that's what we want. That's what we want. I cannot stress that enough. Naturally, for me as a woman, I have this just nature of wanting to make decisions, right? Wanting to make faster decisions, wanting to lead. A lot of times, I worked on myself a lot as a woman to operate within my intuition. So it's not very factual, it's not logical, just my intuition guides me through the day, through my life. And the more I actively work on that, the more I know deep down inside my decisions are more than likely 100% accurate. So it is a little bit challenging for me, in a way, coming from a woman, to allow for my men to lead. So I personally had to learn to just let go, and not be a controlling freak. I have come so far, because even in just my upbringing, I just seen the woman kind of leading and initiating basically the relationship. She's doing that out of survival, basically. And yeah, sure, she can lead. She has to. Who else is she going to lean on? Who else? That's why my heart goes to single women out there. My heart goes to women that are doing it on their own. And as women, we have to trust our men more. And it comes down to your confidence. It comes down to your leadership. It comes down by even reminding us, hey, babe, remember that one time where we had to make a decision and it went so well? You've grown, you got to from this point to this point, reminding her those benefits that when those times you were able to lead. Now, you're not going to be perfect. And She's going to understand that. You're going to make mistakes, but the confidence, even if you have to show her factual information or putting and adding a little bit of an emotional twist into it, because that's our communication style, it's more of an emotional way, you do that. Do whatever you have to do for her to get on your side. And it comes down to confidence. It comes down to being disciplined on yourself, following through your word. We want to fall into your arms. I cannot express that to you, that it's like 1,000% true. When I see my spouse have this confidence of saying, I got this, we're doing this, let's go. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of hot, like, let's be honest. It is what it is. I like that. Even though I'm a very passionate, bold, decisive woman, I also like for my man to be bold, decisive as well. It turns me on. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here. I am a woman who desires my man because of his confidence. Now, we're building this thing together. I'm not trying to sell you on anything, but we have coaching calls together. He gets on initial calls with people that are interested in marriage coaching. And I just get so turned on because he is leading in a way that I trust him. I trust the fact that he can lead this family because he has proven to me so many times. It feels so good to be with a man who I trust, who I desire, who I love, who I am passionate with, who I can fall into. There's nothing like it. There's truly nothing like it. I'm very grateful for having a man like that in my life. I never had that. I never seen that example before. And, he'll tell you, I wouldn't be that man if it wasn't for you. Because a lot of times women, we challenge men. We challenge you men not because we want to be right, not because we're bored and we want to annoy you. We want to see that you can stand firm. We challenge you, we test you to see if you can hold this family together, to see if you can even hold us emotionally stable. To us, you best believe we're going to be by your side. We're going to believe in you like no other source out there. Find that masculinity within you. You have it. Every man has it. They have it. They have to tap into it more. The next solution, vision is magnetic. Now think about this. When you're guiding a team, when you're building a team, when you're the head, the leader of a team community, where the heck are you guys going if there's no vision? Same thing in marriage. If there's no vision for marriage, if there's no vision for your sex life, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to perish. It's not going to lead into sex. It's not going to lead into harmony, passion. What is your vision? What is your vision for yourself? What is the kind of man that you want to become? What kind of leader do you want to be, not just in business, but in your family, in your home? Vision is magnetic. And for us to be led, what is that vision? Show us a plan. How are we going to get there? Are you confident enough to do it? You may be wrong. It may, it may go south, but the confidence, the conviction. When you come across someone with high conviction, can't you just help yourself but to follow that person? Even if you're a leader, you can't help but to follow a person with conviction. Direction is sexy to a woman. A man drifting in circles is not attractive. But when you do have a clear mission and you invite her into it, she feels admiration and desire. A woman wants to know, are we building something together? I need to know this. Is this a partnership or what is this? As a reminder, if you want my free guide on the 5 steps to rebuild respect, connection, and support in your relationship, comment below, give me the guide, and we'll send you the link. The next solution, playfulness keeps the spark, my friend. Flirting again, right? Joking and keeping it light matters more than you think. If everything is serious, honey, best believe passion will die, will get dry, Sahara Desert, all those things. Okay, when you guys were dating, was it fun or did it start off always serious? Because if it started off always serious, I'm pretty sure that relationship didn't even last. If you look at your past, relationships, were they serious? Were they fun? Probably not. And you're probably not with that person. Okay. So with your spouse, it was fun. There was adventure. There was silliness. You guys didn't care for the world. Where is that? What happened? The seriousness of everything, of logistics and everything that we do. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and knock yourself out with that. But the passion is going to die no matter what, So keep it fun, keep it light. Not everything has to be serious. For my experience, I have to say, he's a very silly guy. Okay, no one will ever see that because when he's in business, obviously he's very serious. He's leading a team. People need to trust him to lead. Okay, $1 million company. Okay, are we trusting this guy or he's constantly always silly? But deep down inside, he is the silliest person I've ever met. Sure, he's serious at work, but when he's with me, he just becomes this other person that I love. Now, there's obviously times where I do tell him, okay, honey, you got to have a balance of like being serious and also being fun, being silly. Sometimes he just goes overboard and gets really, really silly about everything, that it's a little harder for me to like take him serious, because naturally for me, yes, I like to have fun, but I'm also a naturally serious person and I would like that balance for my spouse. Hey, I'm having a serious conversation. Can we please be serious? Now, there's a time and place when to be silly. So having that balance, understanding the balance, okay? And leaders who protect play keep attraction alive because play fuels desire and having that balance. So yeah, I'm actually on the other side of the spectrum. You may be a totally serious guy in your marriage, or you could be the silliest in your marriage. I don't know, but that balance matters a lot in order to create that sexual attraction that we want. And I flat out told him, I'm like, honey, how do you expect me to like want you? Like, to be honest with you, like every shape, form that he is, and his mind and his heart and his soul, so sexy, so attractive. I love that man. But then I tell him, honey, I understand you're very excited and you're really happy to be with me. You just get excited all the time, because he does. He gets excited all the time to see me. I'm not even kidding you. He can tell you, literally he can tell you, I'll just be away for like 5 minutes. I come back, he gets so silly. And I appreciate that. I admire that. But, sometimes you have to express your needs. I'm like, honey, how do you expect me to like want you sexually if you're doing it, if you're constantly doing this, like I want to sexually desire a man who is also confident. You can't be one way all the time. There has to be a balance. The next solution is gratitude fuels passion, like for real. Attraction fades when effort goes unseen. But when you voice gratitude daily and specifically, she lights up. Admiration and desire thrive where appreciation lives. As a man, you want to feel appreciated. You do so much for the family that sometimes it goes unseen. But when was the last time that you told her that you appreciate her? Even on the little things, to be honest with you. It doesn't have to be big, extravagant things. Little things. Babe, thank you so much for cooking me dinner every day. I appreciate it and I love your cooking. When you point out what they're good at, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to continue to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and not stop. So if you genuinely love her cooking and her food and you appreciate it constantly, what do you think it's going to happen all the time? Like with love, not just doing it because, she has to, but with love and also appreciation back to you. Leader takes initiative. If there's no appreciation coming back to you, why do you think that is? I can tell you why. 99% of the time is because you haven't appreciated her lately enough, or even just genuinely. People just say, oh, thank you, like whatever. It needs to come from the heart. whatever you do something with your heart in it, what do you think the result is? It's something great that you want to receive because you put your heart into it. Thank you so much for always keeping the house clean and tidy and organized. I couldn't be in such peaceful environment if it wasn't for you. Those little things. Or if you want her to be more feminine, honey, do you remember that one time when you wore that dress and you had your hair down, curled, you had these earrings or this kind of makeup? Babe, you are so beautiful. Now she may say, well, I'm not beautiful now. I get it. She may say that. It's like, no, babe, you are beautiful. I love you so much. But I'm just saying, like that one time, I still remember it. Do you have that dress still? I would love for you to wear it again. Or, I'm telling you, there's going to be pushback. If this is non-existent in your marriage, expect pushback or the complete opposite. You just never know, but you have to take initiative in order for it to go where it needs to go, which is a harmonious, respectful, deep connected, aligned marriage. So yes, if there's non-existent stuff going on that you want to receive in your marriage, expect pushback. But it starts somewhere. It starts with you, right? So the more pushback she gives you, understand where she's coming from. Okay? Little by little, those little pushbacks will no longer be there. And she's going to keep doing the things that you are pointing out that you appreciate her the most. But attraction, like I said, is not lost with time. It is lost when leadership fades. Bottom line, completely, end of story. So, as a reminder, if you want to know how to rebuild respect with your wife, I have the 5 steps to rebuild respect, connection, and support in your relationship. Just comment below this video, give me the guide, and we will drop you the link to download it, or you can simply just click the link in the description below this video to grab it as well, okay? Also, if you want to understand why the 1% get more respect, more trust, and more connection at home than the average man ever will, I highly recommend that you watch this video next because it breaks down how elite men listen differently and why that one skill earns them even more intimacy, honestly, more influence, and more admiration in their marriage, in the relationship. Tap it here right now to watch it. See you in the next video. Bye.